Peace and blessings. What's Gucci, y'all? Welcome to this reading. This is an intuitive reading. Tapping into the current energy heavily influenced by this full moon that we've just experienced as of yesterday, May 5th. I'm utilizing 3 decks here. I've got the Sacred Cycles deck, just these cards. I've already pulled the 2 from there. I'm also utilizing the Earthcraft Oracle. And the last deck that I will be utilizing is the Beyond Lemuria. So now that these are shuffled, I'm just gonna continue to cycle through these cards and then the next set of cards. As I shuffle through these, I will pick 3 cards from this deck and 2 cards from the next to bring us to a grand total of 7, because that is what I was led to. Okay, so Spirit, what does the collective need to know right now? Please tell me in 3 cards. See what jumps out. And if nothing jumps out, in 3 more rounds, then I will go ahead and utilize a number. All right. Spirit, please guide me. 3. Okay. All right. So 3, and there's our 3 cards. Just gonna set these all to the side for a moment. Lastly, with this Beyond Lemuria deck, these are some big cards. I'm gonna shuffle. Let's see what Spirit has to offer us in this time. Spirit, what message do you have for the collective? Right now, right now, right now. Whoever is watching this in this present moment, may you find resonance, clarity, peace, and harmony. Spirit, what does the collective need to hear? I'll pull 2 cards from this deck. Spirit, what do we need to know right now? What message do you have for us? Full moon energy, Taurus season, month of May. Okay, y'all really not trying to throw me no cards out today. Think the angels of numerology must be wanting me to. All right, Spirit, what number? 5. All right. There's 5. And there's our last card. All right, I'm actually going to set these to the side so they're not a distraction. And let's just see what cards we're working with here. Okay. almost all of these cards are in the upright. Okay, let's start with the first card, shall we? And we'll tie the messages in at the end. So the first card we have is number 5, Waning Gibbous Moon. Now, I'm a visual person, so I'm going to give a visual breakdown. What I notice, of course, first is how illuminating this moon is. The fact that it's surrounded by greenery, by, I want to say herbs, by earth. It also appears to have a lotus flower at the top. There's a bird to the right of this moon, and these crops or plants which are flourishing. And then as we look down at the woman seated with her hands raised, kind of in a prayer position, she has a flower growing out of her mouth. And it is my interpretation that this flower growing out of her mouth is deeply connected to this greenery surrounding the moon, which is coming from the earth. Okay. And as you notice, the bird is drawing closer to this light and to this greenery. First of all, let me say that birds don't go after or come close to just anything or anyone. Birds are very guarded. And birds have a keen sense of energy. Now, the bird can symbolize attraction, symbolize what it is that you are pulling in to your light, which is growing. What seeds did you plant? And what shape are they taking now? What goals did you set? And how are they materializing now? This is a sign of law of attraction, working with the earth, knowing and tapping into your internal power, and knowing that ultimately you, at the end of the day, you are the person who controls the current of your life, who must navigate the shifts, the fives, the changes that we all go through, the ebbs and the flow. And are you noticing the flowers that are growing in your yard? Make sure that you're actually taking time to give yourself flowers. Celebrate every win, no matter how small. Now, this doesn't mean celebrate in the sense of go spend some money every time that you feel like you've done something good or that you've made progress towards a goal. No. But find ways to honor the magic that you are. Okay. I'm going to put that down for a moment. And the next card that we have is 12, which adds up to 3 when we reduce it in numerology. And this is the solar eclipse. And you notice how much blue energy is here. It's blue and earth for the most part. So much earth, so much root chakra and sacral chakra in this card. Even some throat chakra. And we know that solar eclipses are magical, and we've just had one, haven't we? We've been experiencing this eclipse season, and looking at this card in this time, I feel encouraged to ask others, those of you watching this video, to reflect on what you've learned and what you've experienced throughout this eclipse season. Eclipses can be, especially certain types of eclipses, can be rare phenomena. So too are our internal worlds. No one knows your world better than you do. Ground yourself in who you are. Harness your creative energy for the betterment, for the upward motion of yourself. Allow yourself to fly free, because liberation is your birthright. What ways do you free your mind? How can you liberate yourself a little bit more? Okay, next we have number 15 coming from the Earthcraft Oracle, and this is karmic debt. Now, I think that the word karma can get a bad rep. There's a negative connotation usually associated with it. And I will be the first to say that karma is not all bad. Karma, at the end of the day, is balance. It's leveling the scales. It's a sort of harmony. And if you look at this card in one way, especially with it not just being karma, but karmic debt, and those two words both have negative connotations, right? But before I get into the words, just looking at the image, we can see in some way it appears that she could be drowning in debt, drowning in these pools of color. And in another way, it also appears that she's surrendering. She's allowing release to happen. And she's putting her hands into this energy and freeing herself from these binds. I want to add that 15 reduces to 6, and 6 is about balance. 6 goes back to Libra, actually, to justice. And karmic debt is part of our spiritual justice system. At least that's the way I look at it. So when we go back to these words, karmic and debt, it sounds like, excuse my language, but a lot of bad shit that you've done, and so now you owe somebody because of decisions you've made. When in actuality, you owe it to yourself to experience a spectrum of things in this human experience, so that you may learn the lessons that truly serve your spirit and are rewarding and allow you to elevate, to upgrade, to liberate, and truly be you. So when karma presents itself, take it as a lesson. Take it in stride. Because if you sit up and add more complaints to that pile you've already started with the universe, well, that good karma you've been putting forward gets a little deflated. Next, we have number 19, plant seeds. I really, really love the image on this card because ultimately it's a woman, you know, it's representing you as the creator of your own life. You as the person who can rebirth yourself. And knowing that you can utilize the earth, Mother Nature, the resources around you in order to develop, in order to discover who you really are. And 1 + 9 is 10, which reduces to 1, which comes back to the self. And you know, when I think about the number 1, yes, it's about the self, but it's also about the collective, because at the end of the day, we all come from one source. We all have some kind of connection that ties us together at the most basic level. And I'm not just talking about humanity, but all living things. So with this full moon we're experiencing currently, we are being encouraged to truly know thyself, to release that which is not us. We have the opportunity, the capacity, and the power to go inward, to know who we are, and to bring that out into the world. And it's when we're in our authenticity that not only are we the most beautiful, not only do we feel our best, but we also attract that which is the best for us. Only we use the right eyes to see. The next card we have is number 11. And this is Forest Tears. Look how vivid these cards are. Wait till you guys see the last deck that I'm using. But yes, number 11. And 11, of course, reduces to number 2. 2 is all about cooperation, all about working, not just within ourselves, but outside of ourselves as well. And perhaps it's about integration of the self and the higher self, or integration of the creator, the universe that dwells within you, whatever terms you feel comfortable with. So anyway, this is Forest Tears. And with 11 reducing to 2, and yes, I know 11 is a master number, but let's just talk about 2. When was the last time you co-created with the earth? When was the last time you stepped on soil or grass with your bare feet and allowed your energy to be reset, rebalanced? When was the last time that you sat out even on your front porch, your steps, your stoop, and you noticed the birds, you noticed the greenery around you, you just took time to feel the energy, to feel the presence of Gaia. Looking at Forest Tears, this is a call not only to go inward, but also to get your ass outside. For real, it is so important to go outside. So many of us lack the proper vitamin D because we don't get our sunlight. There's a whole world out there between these trees that's just waiting for us to discover it, to breathe with it, to give love to it. Everything wants to be loved, not just humanity. Even making yourself an herbal tea, that can be a beautiful way to work with the earth and to soothe these tears. Now, this last deck I'm utilizing is the Beyond Lemuria deck. And for these two, I will actually pull information from the guidebook. Excuse me. But I will still show the card first. So the first card we have is Star Seer, number 46. Take it all in. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna turn it this way for a moment. Let's see what the book has to say. Okay, 46, Starseer. This is part of the, because it does break this up. Seed cards. Okay. Let me just make sure. looks like. Yep, it's part of the seed cards. Have you ever headed toward a specific destination, but instead of it being where you ended up, the journey was the catalyst for getting you where you were meant to go? Have you ever felt the universe was conspiring against you and nothing seemed to be working out as planned, but then everything came together in a way that was so perfect? This card is about the journey not going as planned, but the outcome being better than you thought possible. When we set our dreams and intentions, internal or external shifts may need to occur before we start to see results. Outdated doors may need to close. Ideas that are holding you back may need to transform. Life's winding roads may make it seem as though you are off the path, despite how right your decisions may feel. Trust and know that your higher self may have bigger plans for you. There might be some adventures on the way, or not. The road you take depends on how ready you are and the distance between your current life and one you are dreaming into being. This card depicts intuition as a goddess. She is lifting you out of the clouds of confusion and mind noise and showing you the clear way forward. She is your higher self and can see your great potential. Trust your instincts and have faith in your dream. You are already on your way. Keep believing in yourself. Trust in your dreams enough to let the serendipities unfold. Let go enough to allow space for unexpected opportunities. Even when the route is not as direct as you imagined, listen to your intuition and know you have got this. Okay, so just to show that card one more time. And let's see, maybe this candle will hold. Yeah, that works. Okay, so that was card number 6 out of our 7 cards. And the last card that we got, as I said, is the only card that came out in the reverse, meaning meaning to pay special attention. This is card number 23, Endless Opportunities. Look at all these bubbles surrounding her with butterflies inside of them. Just so many portals of transformation, visions, ideas made manifest by you if you so choose. So let's see what the deck has to say about this card, number 23. And this is also a seed card. Okay. Decisions, options, and opportunities. It's wonderful that we have the freedom to choose. But times of indecision can be so hard and almost suffocating. The more we use our minds to battle the pros and cons, the more we move out of our hearts. Often, the best way forward is to step back and do what it takes to get out of your head and into your body so your gut feeling can guide the way. When making a choice, you may consider anything that doesn't feel like a total yes as a total no. Perhaps none of the apparent options are right, or any choice could be the right one if you wholeheartedly pick a direction and give it your best shot. When faced with the decision, check where your integrity lies. Peel back the layers to see where you are making your choices from. Are you choosing from fear-based survival or a place of love? A choice founded in love can make you feel light excited, passionate, and give you butterflies. It might be a little scary, but in a good way. It might not make sense to your mind. It may seem out of your comfort zone or undermine logic. The low road can look like the safest, easiest path. It may avoid or lessen immediate pain and confrontation, but it will be long, winding, and exhausting. The high road might look perturbing, but it will cut through old stories and lead directly to the heart for growth and transformation. When you choose to step forward boldly, it takes courage, but you will discover a place of trust. Rather than staying small, hiding, or running away, you will expand and open yourself to growth. This is where magic happens and synchronicities you could never have imagined land in your lap. But first, you have to step into the unknown and let your heart guide you. What if everything you wanted was right there in front of you? Make the important decision to let go of outdated limitations. What could be the worst that happens? Reach for what you want and know it is closer than you realize. You have options and opportunities you may not have realized. The universe wants to give you what you want. It's all there, so reach out and wholeheartedly choose it. While you sit on the fence, your experiences are diluted or confusing. We live in a time of choices. Sometimes reason and limitation direct our choices, and we feel unfulfilled as a result. Choose life from a place of heart, compassion, and integrity, and you can't go wrong. Wow, okay. What a beautiful close to the reading. So to those of you out there who have all these opportunities just sitting in your lap, all these visions in your mind that you know can propel you, whether that's giving you more financial freedom, more time to yourself, more time to be with those you love, just those things that really matter and make a difference in your life, in your everyday world. Use your eyes to see. Use all of your eyes. Overall, looking at the messages of all of these cards, all together, yes, change is here. Change is the most constant thing in life, though. And as you flow through change, ground yourself in who you are. Ground yourself in nature. Act from the heart. Show yourself and others compassion. Honor the magic that is you, the magic that is Gaia. And know that you are the creator of your universe, baby. So release all that you need in this time and get to planning, because rebirth season is upon us. And really, rebirth is here for us whenever we're ready. So hopefully you resonated, you took something from this reading. And if you feel so called, leave a comment about what you did feel, where you resonated, or what messages came to you as you watched this reading. Peace be upon you. Chat soon.